Do you wish your significant other was to support you in your network marketing career? Do you actually know why they are your biggest critic? In this episode, we're going to debunk it together. Welcome to Your Strategic Partner podcast, where we give entrepreneurs the secrets, strategies, and processes to increase brand equity and max out revenue. Episode number 8, and we are absolutely growing together and creating a magic. And today we're going to get personal. Today we're going to talk about this whole idea of how can network marketing enhance your relationship. And yes, I am going to tell you what you are doing wrong that is ticking your partner off, that they want you to quit your network marketing business right away. And you got to understand that the reason I'm sharing this with you so you can create the power couple you've ever dreamed of without you compromising what you already have. Because here's what I do know about you. You started this network marketing thing with one thing in mind, a why. And that reason why most of the time ends up being your significant other. You want them to be home. You want them to retire out of their traditional job or traditional business. I totally get it and I support it. But if you are doing it the wrong way, you could be putting more harm into the relationship that you may even be aware of. And that, my friend, is why most relationships get destroyed. Did you know that in the United States alone, 40 to 50% of marriages end up with a divorce? And the number one reason, the number one common denominator that leads for that to take place is money. That's right. Financials end up being the main reason why most people say, I can't be in this relationship anymore. I would like to call it quits. Now, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper than that and say, no, not because of greed. You didn't marry somebody that just loves money more than they love you. It's the lack of experiences. See, when you became a couple or when you started dating, there were fun things that you were doing all the time. There were travels, there were experiences. And then after marriage, you settled because you bought a house that you barely could afford and you wanted to be part of that social status that you wish you could have. You thought maybe we should start a family and maybe the timing just wasn't right, but what happened happened. You went ahead and you were too ambitious and you got 2 and 3 cars and you never actually had a safety net. And then you thought, you know what? I am not living the life that I saw myself living. And you start thinking, what are the other options? What can I do to clean house and eliminate this debt and bring the opportunities that life has to offer? I get it. That's why we all started in network marketing. But I am here to tell you also, if you don't have the right discipline and the proper education about how to manage yourself in your network marketing company and business, even if you are earning $10 and $20 and $25,000 a month, you are going to compromise your relationship. Let me explain, and today is going to be very vulnerable because I'm going to speak to you from experience. So for those of you who you may tell me or tell yourself at any point, shape, or form, Ali, my husband doesn't support me. Ali, my girlfriend doesn't support me. My wife thinks this is a scam. They have every right to feel that way because it's not that they don't want to support you. They don't know how to describe and or express their feelings about you, taking everything out of the bank account and taking every minute they could possibly have with you, their significant other, their vows partner, and you're giving it to a meeting and someone else with zero return on investment. Let me explain. Please do not rush into judgment and skip on this episode. So, why am I bringing this to your attention? Many people who know me and follow me on social media, I do this thing that I love and I take pride in, and it's called a note to my wife, where I start my day with a positive note to my wife. I've been doing it for 7 years, going on 8 years in a row, every day. I skip Sundays. Sunday, I stay away from my phone, but Monday through Saturday, you better believe, my phone starts with a note to my wife. As soon as I pick it up, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Most people say that is so cute. More men should be like you, Ali. More men should be expressing their love to their wife. And true, it should be that way. But why aren't they? More importantly, why did I start doing that? What was the root cause that led me to be radical about a note to my wife every single day? Let's go through the story, shall we? Back in 2013, specifically in June 2013, I was very successful in the network marketing company. I was doing very, very well. Never, ever have I ever thought in my life that I could make the money that I was making in anything else for that matter. And as exciting as that experience was for me, I did not know how to handle the idea of being a leader, the idea of being a speaker, the idea of traveling and having now responsibilities of people's hopes, ambitions, dreams are in my shoulder. People are saying, I'm going to spend my time, my money on you, Ali, because I want to have what you have. And I fell into the trap of the commission breath. I got scared that if I don't do what these people need me to do, I'm probably going to lose this money and go backwards and not have the status of the leader that I've never had before. So what happened? I was traveling everywhere, sometimes 3 weeks in a row, not be home. Again, leaving my wife behind. Sometimes I would purchase a one-way ticket without a return date, and I'm just hanging out in hotels. And my wife would call me over and over and over just to say hi. But because I was afraid that my wife is going to say, hey, you need to come home right now, or my wife to say, you're not giving me enough time, or yell at me, I would ignore her phone calls. I would press the red button. And then what would happen is all these team members that I had all over the country and at one point all over the world, they would post pictures tagging me, hanging out with the leader, Ali Mehdaoui, hanging out with the superstar, top earner, Ali Mehdaoui. And while that felt good, my dopamine was at its highest. My business credibility, if you will, was great. Unfortunately, what was taking place is that I was killing my own relationship, because here I am hitting the red button, and while my wife is behind, all she wants is to say hi to her husband. I was scared. I didn't know any better. And here's what actually took place. She started to develop this anger, this hatred towards network marketing, where she thought, the more he's making, the more he's growing, the more I am losing this guy. I am not having my husband by my side. And the reality is, she had every right to feel that way. Shame on me. I fell in love with the success and the top earner status and a stupid pin versus coming back home, giving more to my wife, investing it back where it mattered. To a point of time where we actually had serious financial issues, but I kept spending that money on the fanciest thing you may think of to maintain my status. So again, I'm taking money out of a joint bank account while my wife is working 40 to 50 hours a week. And here I am traveling the world, being the speaker, the mentor, the edified expert. And I'm buying watches and suits and cars and living my life. How selfish of me. It led for a separation. Now, thank God, thank you, God. I thank God every single day. There was no divorce. We didn't go that far. But we weren't together for about a year. Like, we'd see each other, we'd say hi, but we decided this is not working out, to the point where there was no turn back. And I've made my fair share of mistakes, and she made her share of mistakes. No one is perfect. I'm not here to blame her or make myself feel guilty. But I want my testimony to be an example for you as to why your spouse or significant other may be looking at you or your business as a bad move. See, they see you going to all these meetings and going to all these Zoom sessions and giving your time, energy, resources and spending money on courses and everything that you may think of. And you return with frustration to say, I'm so mad. I don't understand why I can't be a leader. I don't understand why I can't. And they see their love right in front of them going through agony. And guess what? The mind starts telling them, why are you putting yourself through this thing? Why don't you just get a traditional job, have a 9 to 5, and we can enjoy TV every night. We can relax. We can travel twice a year. And you're like, no, but you don't understand, because you don't know how to express to them your passion, and you don't know how to express to them that I'm doing this for you, honey. I want you out of your job. And your honey is saying, I don't give a damn. I don't want to get out of my job. I love what I do. I love and I enjoy what I do. So the lack of communication by default leads for the both of you to automatically be in two different trajectories. And again, you wonder why they want you out of your network marketing business. From 2013 to 2014, I was that guy. I spent a lot of money. I've spent money on conventions. Literally, I threw a convention for a field where the company said, you're not ready for a Hispanic convention. I said, watch me, on hold my beer. And I went and I spent $12,000 out of my own pocket, and I did my own convention for the team. $12,000 that I could have reinvested on my wife. $12,000 that I could have reinvested on a home. $12,000 that I could have put in a safety net in a savings account. Because you know what ended up happening? That network marketing company that I was all out for shut down, or not shut down, but they sold in January of 2015. How do you think I looked in front of my wife that she knew, because she sold a joint bank account, and she knew all the money that I was spending, and she knew all the things that I've given to everybody else, but not to her, but not to us. So no matter what great opportunity came afterwards, the sentiment of support was non-existent, because all she saw, oh my God, we're about to go to that place between June 2013 to June 2014. So in June 2014, when I kind of came out of my cray-cray, I promised my wife, I give you my word that I'll make you my priority, that no business will ever come before you and no decision will ever be done without you. No matter what happens, every single day, I will include you. Was I perfect? Nope. Did we stick to that game plan? You better believe it, because not a single day goes by without my wife and I having that conversation. Not a single day without communicating. We still bump heads and we're not perfect. But then came this idea of a no to my wife. Because you know what else actually was taking place? Many of you fellow network marketers, I'm about to hurt your feelings. Warning. Here's what ended up happening. As I was traveling and I looked like a bachelor to the majority of the world, you would get random messages. In my case, there were a lot of, I will do whatever it takes to get you. Oh my goodness, can we hang out? Hey, can I stop by for a private coaching session in your room after convention? There was a lot of that. And many times I would just delete and ignore. But many times my wife would see it in an iPad and would be like, who is this? So again, the mind is already worried and cultivated that this whole experience thing is just ruining my relationship. So what I'm trying to get at is there were trigger moments that have embedded certain sentiments that led for my wife to say, I hate this thing called MLM and I want nothing to do with it. So what is your role in this thing? First things first, you need to go back to your spouse and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't consult with you and I saw my ambition and my passion first. I'm sorry that I didn't listen to you while all you wanted is me no longer going through the frustrations and the anxiety that I was going through. I apologize for not communicating what I actually do and what I'm passionate about. See, the reality is not that I want you to get out of your job. It's that I want to travel more often with you. Is that I want to build a family with you. Is that I want to have a life with you. Is that I want to maximize my time with you. Is instead of me having 8 hours or 12 hours for my job, I want to give it back to our relationship. Is that instead of you giving your 10, 12, 13 hours a day and hurting your body, I want you to give it back to you and be the healthiest self that you can be, so we can extend our life for the generations that come after us. That is why we decided to join network marketing, but we've never communicated that. All we kept saying, honey, I'm so close. I'm so close. I'm going to make this big bonus and then we're going to travel. And then your honey says, okay, all right, I'm going to support you. What do you need money for? Flight, convention, hotel? Okay, I'll support you. And then you come back and you do nothing. You come back and you have no bonus. What do you think your honey's going to say? Like anybody else. Are you kidding me? What, are you going to ask me for another $1,500 to spend on a flight and hotel and convention for 3 days? No. No, we deserve better. We should buy things for the kids. We should do vacations on our own. And then you start thinking, my husband is not supporting me. My wife is not supporting me. So why am I sharing all this stuff with you is that you can get your stinking thinking out of your head and stop blaming your husband or your wife or your significant other. What you need to understand and realize, and the reality of this whole thing right now, is that you are not creating the proper results. Because here's what I do know. A check will put anyone in check. See, if you were bringing those production checks and you were humble enough to reinvest them in the family or whatever it may be important for you and your significant other, I promise you and give you my word, they'll support you. And they'll absolutely put you on a pedestal. They'll brag about you day and night. I'm telling you this because that's my story. See, when I made that decision and I promised my wife and I put that post, a note to my wife, that was the very next day that I put a note to my wife. And for the very first time, I saw my wife looking at her phone and smile and say, that was cute. And I said, oh my goodness, I will never, ever start a day without putting that smile in her face. Because here's what happened. One, I let my wife know you are my priority before I start talking to anybody or prospecting. I let my wife and the world know, hey, I'm a married man and she is the one that got my heart, my mind, my eyes, and everything else. And I went ahead and I made sure that every single person out there knows what my priority is. So when it comes to this business thing, people know my wife comes first. Nope. Not taking a phone call after 9:30 at nighttime. My wife gets the schedule first. See, when you make your significant other the priority, I promise you they'll support you. Let me share with you how we program our week, how I program our week. There's no balance, by the way. Forget the idea of how do you create the balance in business and life. No, there's no balance. You either are an entrepreneurial family or you are not. And I'll show you how you get your family to buy into that. So here's what we do. On Sunday, I asked my wife, hey, what do you got going on this week? Is there anything that we want to do together? Any movie nights? Any fun things that we want to do with the kids? What do we want to do? In an open calendar, I have my wife and my family scheduled first. That's my priority. Now, thank God I'm blessed with a wife that is understanding and she doesn't sabotage and randomly book things that may hurt the business. But she understands, hey, it'd be nice if we can go to the restaurant this night. It'd be nice if we can do movie nights. It'll be nice if we can go to the park. It'll be nice if we can go pumpkin picking. And I schedule all of that together. Any doctor appointments, any hair salon appointments, anything. Oh yeah, I'm going to the doctor and I got a hair. Okay, great. And I block those time slots first. What did I just tell and show my wife? I don't just talk about it. You go first and I'll show it to you. Now, once that's done, then the rest of the calendar is mine. Because guess what, my beautiful wife? You had the full opportunity to grab like any time slot that you want, and I would have blocked it off by any means necessary. But now that I know, and you know, the rest of the calendar is mine, I'm going to fill that bad boy up with appointments, with training sessions, with lives, with production, with podcast recording, with vlogging, things that you're seeing right now, things that you're hearing right now. That way, my wife knows when we're spending time together and never says, you never give me time. Because I scheduled my wife's time first and my business second. Most of you go about it the wrong way. You say, I understand, but I really got to do this thing. I know we're supposed to go on vacation, but convention falls in that day. And you know me as a leader, I can't not lead. I can't not show up. You're saying my business is more important than you and the family. So those thoughts start creeping in the back of the mind of your significant other. Don't make that mistake. Financial decisions are to be made together. I ask my wife about the smallest, tiniest thing to the most expensive thing that we're going to get. Hey, babe, I need to get a microphone. I want to start podcasting. Can you please figure it out for me? Hey, babe, I need new lights for the studio. Hey, there's a training that we're going to be doing in January. I'd like for you and the family to fly out with me. Can we plan on that financially and time-wise? I include her in every single thing, and you better believe that we make every single decision together. See, those are the things that, again, eliminates, well, no, because we're making a decision together. And once the decision is made, you better believe she holds me accountable. So allow your accountability partner, significant other, to show you some tough love. My wife would tell me, hey, what are you doing up here? We're not scheduled for dinner. We're not scheduled for good times. We're not scheduled for a movie. Why? What's going on? You're not busy? and she sends me back to work. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way you have to have it. Are you blocking time for you and your significant other? Or do you just give them the leftover? Because that's no different than a traditional job or a traditional business that you are saying you want to get out of. So again, make sure you include them in everything that you do. When it comes to finances, when it comes to income, when it comes to goals, when it comes to admirations, when it comes to big desires, I include my wife in everything that I do. My wife knows my password to every single social media asset. My wife knows my password to my cell phone. My wife has every login to every bank account. My wife has every single, like my social media accounts are installed with my login in her phone. So when somebody messages me, she sees it right away. And here's what that creates: full transparency, full open transparency. And even if I or she gets some random knucklehead who says, "Oh my God, you're so sexy." Yes, I get those every now and then. Stop hating. We laugh about it. We're like, this clown, and we just ignore the message, block it. So make sure that you have full transparency. I mean, those are fundamental things that you need to have in your family, period, right? So if you apply those fundamentals and if you program your life to be present, meaning, and I'm guilty of this and I'm still working on it every single day. If you are at the table, don't play with your phone. If you are watching a movie, don't play with your phone. Again, I'm guilty at this. I am not saying I'm perfect, just in case my wife is listening. So make sure that you are including, involving your spouse. Start with that. I am so sorry that I messed up and I did not understand you and I did not include you and I did not listen to you. And make sure by any means necessary that you are doing this with your spouse. I don't care if you're doing it for them. They don't care if you're doing it for them. They're thinking about it like this: you are not even making any money. You're not even taking care of yourself. How are you going to take care of me? I'm taking care of you and this network marketing thing that you keep telling me it's going to make us rich. So don't be surprised if they are not as supportive as you would want them to be. So I ask of you again and again, are you willing to do whatever it takes to reset your relationship? Are you willing to make your spouse and significant other the priority? Are you willing to include them in every decision that you make? Are you willing to be transparent and give them access to everything? Because until you do what I just shared with you, you don't ever have a slight chance to creating a power couple, or for that matter, having them support you. Because you think your husband or your wife will give you a hard time if they have full transparency to everything that you do? No, they won't. They won't. My wife and I have no secrets. We actually, I'll never forget it. I mean, the hardest thing we've ever done when we hit the reset button on that 2014, which was a lot of teaching, counseling, consulting, and learning. And we had this one session, the hardest one. Hey, I'll tell you everything. If it's in my mind, it's going to come out of my mouth. And I want you to do the same thing. Everything that annoys me about you, everything that I don't like about you, everything that you've done, everything that I've done, everything that I'm sorry, I've made a mistake, everybody that I talked to that I shouldn't have, everyone that I flirted with and I shouldn't have. Yeah, those kind of conversations. And we said, because from this point forward, we're going to hit a reset button. That is why I have a healthy relationship with my wife. Not because it's perfect and it's all beautiful. It's because we went to the furthest uncomfortable point possible to rebuild what we are and who we are today. And that's why my wife supports me. So I hope that this podcast helped you out just to maneuver a little bit and understand exactly how to get your relationship where it's supposed to be, and or if you want to have a healthy relationship while you are in the network marketing phase, what to actually do to fix it. Because the reality is most people struggle dramatically and don't know how to fix their relationships. And I don't want you to fall into this trap. Let me know in any social media asset where you're going to see this podcast. Make sure you share a story with your takeaways. Tag me on it. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to help you out. I don't charge for what I'm telling you right now. I just want to make sure that you are not compromising your relationship. My favorite thing in everything that I do, and out of the 45,000 people that I've worked with over the last 13 years now, is I got to tell them, hey, just so you know, you should probably take the day off. No, Ali, I'm committed. No, you don't understand. It's Valentine's Day. Go take care of what you need to take care of with the family first. No, but I'm committed, Ali. No, I get it. But you have 3 kids and you're on vacation and you're trying to get on a Zoom while your kids are on vacation with your husband. You're not present. Watch the replay. Go. Yeah, that's what I tell the team. That's what I tell the members and the people that I'm working with. So don't make a mistake. By the way, I have many videos that you can learn from that I share. And I have about 300 videos on my YouTube channel in 3 different languages for that matter. Make sure you visit us in winwithali.com. And the reason I'm asking you to do so is that if you opt into the inner circle, I share daily videos, or every other day at least, exclusive training that you would get. As a matter of fact, we have an audiobook, The Lion Network Marketer, the extended version that is coming out very soon, that I'd love for you to get for free. And if you're in the inner circle, I will be releasing it for all of my family in our inner circle at absolutely no cost, or you can wait until you purchase it with everybody else. Give us some feedback. Let us know how we can serve you, how we can help you. And if you are an entrepreneur or have a mindset of an entrepreneur, if you want to start, grow an existing business, or even scale a business that is already established, reach out to us. We do a lot of speaking engagement. We're working right now as we speak with about 5,200 entrepreneurs globally in 6 continents. And I'd love to help you as well. I thank you and I appreciate you. And until next time, this has been your Strategic Partner Podcast. And I look forward for all the golden nuggets that you're going to get out of this podcast. Until next time, peace out, everybody.